Boom!
Boom. Hello, and welcome to the Rock Metal Podcast. I am your host, John Harris. On my right-hand side is my right-hand man, Gabriel. And today on the Rock Metal Podcast, we have the Hawkins. And they have a new album called...
Yeah.
Boom! And they have a new album called Silence is a Bomb, which is going to be releasing on September 4th via The Sign Records. Right now I'm being joined by Johannes and Mike to share some stories about the band, what they've been up to, what they've got going on, and to share some more information about this incredible release that they've got coming up that isn't so silent. Silence is a Bomb. So, boys, I can just call you John and Mike. John and Mike, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You are quite welcome. Actually, I learned, even though I think I sent you a you're welcome, I actually looked up how to say it. I'm just if I can talk some make it, something like that.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Did, and it made me feel warm.
It's good. That's good. Not just because it was June 17th in Sweden, but because...
No.
Yeah. Perfect.
Perfect.
I decided... After having, my wife giving birth to a little baby girl, and I'm filled with all this love, that I would start, sending little notes in Swedish to Swedish people.
Yeah. I think you should, expand it and start sending it in Swedish to Finnish people as well.
I'm sure they would love that.
They respond. Yeah.
They would appreciate it.
It's better than trying to send it in Finnish, because that looks like somebody was carrying an alphabet and then they tripped and fell.
Yeah, someone fell asleep over the keyboard.
All my Finnish people listening in, I love you. I'm pretty sure they're just laughing right now because they get it.
Yeah.
Cool. Now, let's chat about this album. A couple of tracks we're going to chat about today are Roomer and Hilow. And I'm getting it. Hello. It kind of sounds like how you say hi in Swedish. Hello.
Actually... the thing is, I'm not sure if it's a word for real, but it's in my head it's supposed to be pronounced high-low, because I just set up the word merged high and low, so that's where it came from.
Okay, so what I've done now is on my notes that I'm using to make it sound like I'm completely prepared for this interview is I've now put a hyphen in between high and low so that I know that it's high-low.
Yeah. That's good. It's good.
Because I'm like, oh, they're Swedish. This must be a Swedish. I didn't even bother to look into it. I'm just like, hello. I'm like, hey, that kind of sounds like hello in a way.
Yeah, it's true.
Groovy. All right, so let's chat about this track, Roomer, which is the first track to be released. It's the first single. It gets this stunning music video where you guys are driving around in a van, I believe, and I might notice it's kind of like a punk rocker tune in a way.
Yeah, it's true. It's like a short banger, and it's very fun to play because it's such a short song. It's less than 2 minutes, but there's like a lot of stuff happening. Yeah.
Cool. So take us through that. Less than 2 minutes by about 3 seconds, and
yeah.
It is true. It is less than 2 minutes, and there's a lot of stuff happening. So I guess take us through that. Was it easier to write a shorter song, or was it harder to write a shorter song?
Actually, I don't think that I realized that it was gonna be so short. It's like it has all the elements, but it's like the elements became so short. So it's like, oh, okay, this is less than 2 minutes. Well, that's fine. But it's I'm not sure. I don't think it's harder or easier. It's just it comes out of when you write it.
Yeah. So then I guess when you guys wrote the song, then you wrote it to the slightly less than 2 minutes that it is, and that was just it. You thought this is a complete child, and you gave it to the world.
Yeah, exactly. A complete child.
A complete child. Here you are, child. You are complete. Go
We
out.
have completed the child.
Yeah, I dig it. Something about that made me warm on the inside. Hearing a Swedish dude in the forest, just like, I don't know, I imagine doing some black metal thing, being like, and I'm like, sweet.
Yeah.
We're at the gates all of a sudden.
Yeah, and in the video, we're like, actually, there's a longer version of the video where we blow up a whole room, and then we start to drive in the car. It's actually an old Volvo. So
it's not a
like
van. It's
as Swedish as it gets.
Wow. I'm going to watch it really quick. And if you guys want to go ahead and watch, if you're listening in and you want to go ahead and watch the music video Roomer, you can do so on today's show notes by going to www.therockandrollpodcast.ca. And yeah, now that I'm watching it, I remember we're doing this old VHS thing, which obviously I remember because I'm that old. Actually, you guys have a lot of really what I would call artifacts of my childhood, or what hipsters would call really cool stuff.
True.
But yeah, take us through this music video. I mean, what is Roomer? Is it another way of spelling the English word rumor, or is it what is it? And take us through this music video, because there's a lot of stuff going on with these artifacts that are soon to be on fire. You guys playing live, and then it looks like some crazed idiot in a Volvo trying to run away from something or going to the gig or whatever. And I'm sorry if I just called you a crazed idiot.
Oh, don't worry. No, actually, when I wrote the song, I wanted to, because it's kind of about self-isolation, no pun intended, or what to say, about the times we're living in. But it's more like coping with social anxiety and like locking yourself inside. So I felt it funny to make up a word again. And then there came rumor, but when I looked it up, it's actually an English word that means like someone who lives inside someone else's house. I'm not sure how to explain it. So that's where it came from. I thought it was a word I came up with, but I was not original.
Well, that's too bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Everything has already been made.
I know. Even the chord progression in the song. Oh, crap.
Oh, fuck.
Ah, shit. Cool. Now, the good news is that my son's not here anymore, so bad words, I guess, are okay. Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Sweet. So then I guess take us through, what you guys wanted to do in this music video. I mean, I guess you mentioned earlier that there's, it may be less than 2 minutes, but there's a lot packed in there, which is, what I remind my wife on a regular basis. And the other part is, did you guys want to have a music video that also packed a lot of stuff in there? Because, I mean, there's no shortage of excitement going on in this music video.
Exactly. Do you want to take it?
Yeah. I think about how we come up with the idea of the video. I think we're working with this dude called Ted. He's like a really cool dude, and he's doing this awesome music videos to a lot of bands in Sweden. So we just went to his house, and we all in the band and him just spawning, sitting in a room and just, we should do this, we should do that, perhaps do this, perhaps do that. And then one of us said, we want to blow up something. An explosion will be cool. And then when there was spawner ideas around that too, what would be in the room? Would it be a big room? We even had thoughts of having a big granny inside of the room as well. Want to blow up a person? That would be kind of cool. We thought maybe good.
I was really excited to get like blood into that room to blow up against the walls.
This is getting dark.
Kind of hard.
Yeah.
This is getting really dark. I almost regret asking this question.
But I mean, that would have been fun, I think, to have like, in contrast to the song, which is like very happy and energetic, it would be like a fun contrast to this. But instead we blew up a room with no people in it.
Yeah.
Just a game
that you know of.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Just a Game Boy Color, so Mario was in there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And there's like Phantom and another cool dude. Mm-hmm. Action man.
He is an action man. That's why he's got a mustache and overalls. Beautiful. All right, now let's talk about this next track, Hilow. First question is, obviously we said let's not have this air until after August 7th because of this track. Is there going to be a music video for Hilow as well?
Yeah.
Indeed.
Gonna be.
Okay, I will make a note to get the link, and at the time of this episode airing, if you're listening in and you want to check out the music video for Hilow, you can do so by going to today's show notes at www.therockandrollpodcast.ca. Now, my note on this track, because I was able to give it a listen because the sign gave me the album, and then I saw the sign. Is it's an anthemic party song that transforms into a highway rocker.
Oh, cool.
It's a cool expression.
Yeah, like it.
Because immediately, when the song starts off, I'm thinking of myself as a party, and I'm like, "This is cool." I mean, this is like sexy rock music. I dig it. And then it transforms. I can't remember if it's like a verse or chorus or something, where all of a sudden I'm like, "Whoa! I've left the party and I've got the top down. I'm on the highway."
Yeah. Interesting.
Now that I've shared my thoughts, what take us through this track?
Yeah, I mean, like, it's a pretty more like a pop rock song or pop song, I think. Actually, when I wrote it, I think I was pretty inspired by, if you heard Blood Bank by Bon Iver, that song. Wait, I lost listening. Now I can hear it. Yeah, but it's more like now that you say it, I get the car driving feeling of it, actually.
I didn't mean to spellbind you there. I was like, oh no, he's not going to answer the question because he's thinking now. Oh, jeez, Louise.
Yeah, no.
I actually, interesting question. I hear that, because it's been a very long time since I've been in a band releasing stuff. It's been like 10 plus years because I'd rather do a podcast and chat with bands than try and form a band because that just sounds nauseating. But trying to put a band together, but something that I hear often is, man, I thought of the song one way, and then I hear from fans, and then I start thinking of it potentially in another way, and then I start doing interviews, and I start thinking of the songs in other ways. And it kind of sounds like that's starting to happen a bit.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's hard right now because it's not so many people that heard it. You're one of the...
lucky few.
Lucky few, yeah.
chosen few.
Yeah, the chosen few. But some people have they've noted out that it's a bit poppy. It's a poppy song, hard to say. But
no, it is.
Yeah.
I mean,
like others.
Highway songs are poppy. I mean, it's not bubblegum pop like Justin Bieber, but it's like Steppenwolf, for example. Steppenwolf is like sexy highway rock that is popular. It's very popular. So it's not even to say that the Biebs is a bad term. I mean, the guy writes, or whoever he writes songs with, they write good songs too. It's just, how do you put it? So it's not that it's not a compliment. It's just, it is a poppy song.
Yeah, exactly. No, but in in that question with how you can have like different views upon songs. Do you have some input, Mikael? I'm not sure. I had like a thread in my head, but I lost it.
Totally. I think it's just interesting that you have the guy that writes the song. You got one fan who thinks of it this way, and got another fan who thinks about it this way. And that's it's kind of a cliche, but that's the beauty of music, right? You can listen to it and get different emotions depending on where you are yourself for the day and so on.
Yeah. Now, when it comes to...
and it's also...
Go ahead.
It's also cool, like, I think with music in general or art in general that, like, when it can often... How someone interprets your music can also often say something about them because you interpret it in a way that you feel like you can hear a story from the song that wasn't meant from the beginning, but that's like the beauty of it as well. Like there's this Swedish band who's done like acoustic covers of Iron Maiden songs, and when they interpreted Run to the Hills, they saw Steve Harris as writing more from his like teenage years that he wanted to escape from, like his reality and such things. And I think that's interesting.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's plenty of psychological articles that have been written over the last, I'd say, most 20, 30 years, probably even longer, that basically suggests that reality is nothing more than my own subjective experience, which entails every memory that I think I have.
Yeah, exactly.
That you think you have, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's all lies, man.
It's all
It's
lies.
getting deep, man.
It is all lies. And we turned into the Psycho podcast for a second.
Yeah.
You know, but
you listen.
Is it 420 over there yet?
Podcast.
But that's where reframing comes in, where if you have a bunch of bad memories, you have to recognize that you're not there anymore. That situation isn't happening anymore. And if you take ownership of that memory, you can actually unpackage it, reshape it, and change what happened. And the only anger that's left is, well, I don't want to change what happened. But if you don't want to change what happened, then you're not going to change who you are now. And so is it really the memory that bothers you, or is it that you've been holding on to it for so long that you feel like you can't change it, even though it's your own memory that you can change?
Yeah.
That's deep and good.
As good as Hilow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not quite.
It's true.
Now,
Hilow is better.
what is the track? What is high-low? Are we going from some highs down to some lows? What's going on?
I think like I try to express like that feeling of it's hard to translate, but it's a Swedish word called vemod. I think it translates to kind of bittersweet.
Yeah, I think so too.
I'm not sure. Yeah, but like that bittersweet feeling of missing someone, you know, that can be like, just looking back upon some good times you had with that person, but at the same time accepting that it was a time that you had, and it's okay, but it's still kind of sad. Like,
yeah. So initially, I went to Google and I typed in bittersweet, and it didn't give me that word that you said. It gave me biscotta, which just sounds like a biscuit to me. Biscotta.
Did you translate it to
English to Swedish?
Did you translate it to Swedish?
Yeah, I typed in bittersweet, and then it said biscotta.
Biscotta.
Or
Biscotta. That means to make someone pay taxes.
Or sursat.
Yeah, sursat. Yeah,
sour
that's
sweet. Yeah.
Sour sweet. Yeah.
And then
But wait, I'm gonna.
The other one I thought was, you're kind of talking about being wistful. So trånande.
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 Like you're eager to get something.
Ooh. Okay, here we got another one. Tankfull.
Thoughtful.
Tankfull.
Yeah, thoughtful.
Thoughtful. Beautiful. Oh, this is great.
I'm gonna try to translate this word. Yeah, it's a melancholy state, obviously. Sorry, vemod, as I said.
Vemod,
like
there
a
we go.
melancholy state.
Melancholy. Yeah, you Swedes and your melancholy. Every single Swedish band I talk to, they're like, it's a melancholy song. I'm like,
Yeah. It's because it's so dark.
You guys are like 6'5" and beautiful and blonde and in bikinis all year round. Where's the melancholy? But
it's the winter. Because then we can't wear our bikinis.
We got him, but we can't wear him.
Oh. Well, then I always come back with, man, I'm from Canada. It gets colder here, and we can get just as dark. We don't have the same, like what's going on, man? But
it's true. We need to come up with something else to blame it. To blame that we're just sad people.
Especially where I live in the wintertime, man. I'll be talking to somebody from like Finland or Sweden, and they're like, it's so cold. It's like +5. And I'm like, it's -40 here. And they're like, I can't even imagine that. Like, yeah, so toughen up.
We're a bunch of whiny fucks.
Oh man,
you need to call our bluffs on that, because it's so easy to say. I mean, I've said it so many times when also talking to people, friends like in America or somewhere else, that it's like, hey, it's so cold in here in Sweden. Like, No, it's not. It's just easy to talk about.
Yeah, it's close to the
Sorry.
heart. The weather.
Yeah.
Oh, the weather.
Yeah. There was a bunch of Swedish bands that came through on tour, and I was backstage chatting with them, and that was something that they brought up. Oh, it's so cold. I'm like, it's only +5. Like, we haven't even started yet. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Aren't you guys Swedish? Like, doesn't it get cold there? Like, come on. And then it's kind of like, all right, yeah, you're right. Sorry.
We went on tour in
Yeah,
Russia like
just about to say that.
4 years ago. And we started off pretty cold, but the day after we left, it started to like get towards 30, 40 minus or something like that.
Yeah,
So the
that's
cold
cold.
was like chasing our car the whole tour. So we managed to stay in the semi-cold.
That's good. Speaking of staying in the cold, let's chat about this album, Silence is a Bomb, because there's an old school bomb with a smiley face on it, with a plane above, so it looks like it's dropping. Although I imagine from the height where the plane is at, it would be facing more down by this point. Maybe I'm wrong. But anyway, laws of physics out of the whole picture, because it's a really nice picture.
Yes, please.
Let's
But
chat
I
about
like the deep analysis of the physics of it. I the sad thing, I feel like I regret we didn't like think of that.
people aren't going to
The
know
laws
us.
of physics.
So fuck you, man.
Whoa! All right.
Oh, shit.
Sorry.
I know.
Let's cancel this.
It's okay.
Okay.
I'll mark it explicit.
Yeah.
What a shock. The atheist Swede showed up and started swearing.
Oh, shit.
No,
was-
but and also the smiley face is like it's actually, it looks like a smiley face, but it's
Yeah, exactly.
it's actually 4 screws around it. But it's true, it looks like a smiley face.
But it's
Wow.
more like a cryptical message.
It is a cryptic message with the writing on the bomb. Cool. So this is actually a really lengthy album, kind of. I mean, not all the songs are 5-minute songs. There's a few short little bangers on it, but it's 12 tracks, and the 2 tracks that we're chatting about today, Roomer and Hilow, are very different in my mind. So I guess my question is, take us through this album. When you guys sat down to write "Silence is a Bomb," take us through it. Musically, what did you aim to write? Lyrically, what did you aim to write? What is the package that we are going to be picking up on September 4th?
Yeah, well, I think the goal with this, the reason why we called it "Silence is a Bomb," because I wanted to see it as this thing where you build up emotions and then just get to the verge of get to the point where it just explodes and everything is just
Silence,
put out there.
right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
the silence is broken, and because there is a lot of like personal lyrics on this album, and I think that is what it has meant to me, just an outburst for saying stuff, and partially therefore we decided to call it "Silence is a Bomb."
Wow. All right. Very cool
Yeah.
stuff. Now, normally we'd be chatting about all those summer festivals and tours, but obviously we've been doing the whole quarantine thing, and Sweden's kind of been doing its own thing, for better or for worse. But I guess my big honking question then is, is there any news that you guys wanted to chat about that you've been up to behind the scenes that maybe I didn't ask about?
Yeah, last
Well,
weekend we did a live session recording with some YouTube, with some cameras there too. So that's kind of cool, like a live in the woods session that we will be released later.
Yeah, as I spoke of earlier. But also we have a couple of tours, if they are about to happen. Depends on how this Corona thing is evolving. But we have 3 tours. One in Finland. We're going to steal back the meatballs that they've claimed. And
Yes.
one in Germany and one in Spain this fall. So we're hoping there will be
No
we will
more
be able to go
COVID.
there. Yeah.
And then when you go to
Yeah.
Germany, you can steal back the Gleck.
The Gluck.
What the fuck is the
Glögg.
Glögg?
Yeah. Glühwein.
Glühwein, yeah.
Yeah, true.
But do we want to steal it back? I'm not that fond of Glühwein.
No, it's good. It's sweet.
They could have it. Stupid Germans.
I hear it's significantly
bittersweet.
sweeter in Sweden than it is in Germany. I've only had the German one, and I found that was sweet enough. So if it gets any sweeter, I'd probably have a headache.
Yeah.
You get instant diabetes from drinking it. It's so sweet.
Highway to diabetes.
When you're a roomer and you're on your high-low, you gotta do it, baby.
Exactly.
And beautiful. All right. Well, returning to your Viking roots and conquering things, that's fantastic. Beautiful. All right. Well, boys, unless there's anything else you wanted to throw out there, I just wanted to thank you for coming on to the Rock Metal Podcast.
Thank you for
thank
having
you.
us.
Thank you so much.
Go ahead and hit stop, please, sweetie.
And
oh, sorry.
yeah.
You were going to say?
Yeah,
no.
yes.
Oh, dude.
This is awkward. You take it. I'll take it. No, you take. Oh, for sure.
Hey, ta det du, Micke.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Now just listen to our music. Follow us on social media. You know, Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, everything. Follow us. It means everything.
You read my mind, Micke.
Groovy. All right. Go
Oh,
ahead.
I'm so sweet. Not as sweet as Glühwein, though.
Go ahead and hit stop, please, sweetie.